Hey guys, it's me, and I want to talk to you about both Little Shop of Horrors and the Justice League. Now, as you probably know by now, I am a huge musical fan and comic book fan. Um, and comic book fan. I mean, you should probably know it by now. That's pretty much become what this channel is mostly about. I've pretty much become a comic YouTuber on par with people like Linkara and Casually Comics, and a musical YouTuber on par with Catherine Steele and Waiting in the Wings. Anyway, this is specifically about the movie versions. So, naturally, I was not happy with the theatrical cuts of Little Shop of Horrors' ending. It was. It's weird. I'm okay when Disney changes it to happy endings, but when it's Little Shop of Horrors, I liked the stage ending much more. Um, the biggest thing though was they a wanted to give it a more accurate to the state off Broadway musicals ending at the time. It's on Broad. It eventually came to Broadway, but okay. Um, but test screenings for that one didn't exactly do as they'd hoped. Frank Oz, the director, and yes, that's the same one who voiced Yoda, when came out to say he thinks this is because when you're doing a stage musical, um, like a Broadway or off Broadway musical, when a character dies, they come. Oh, this doesn't make sense if you haven't seen either one, does it? Okay, so spoiler alert, spoiler alert. In the stage musical, the plant eats everyone, and they sing this epic and probably the most memorable song in the musical about not feeding the plants. Like, don't give in uh, to capitalism. Like, yeah. In the movie, Seymour and Audrey get married, and yeah, which is fine, but it's not exactly what Little Shop of Horrors is made for. So, they. So, basically, he went on to say, in on stage when someone dies, they come back. Frank Oz said on stage when someone dies, they come back for a bow. In a movie, when someone dies, you just never see them again. And that is true. That is, is how both mediums work. But the thing is, that's not. That doesn't necessarily mean the stage's ending doesn't work on film. And as as far as I can tell, it backfired on them. The theatrical release underperformed. um, but then they did eventually release the director's cut, which had a more accurate to the stage's ending, and a lot of theater fans, I think, but myself included, if that's true, enjoy that one a lot more. It still has its problems and inaccuracies to the stage production, but it was still a more enjoyable film than the one they released in theaters. Sound familiar? Yeah, the Justice League was getting a movie back in 2017. It was going to be directed by Zack Snyder, but then sadly his daughter committed suicide, so he had to step down. Joss Whedon of Avengers fame took over. According to a lot of the cast, he was like the worst to work with. And not only that, the movie didn't do well. Probably because he CGI'd one of my favorite superheroes' mustache off, and some people didn't act like, oh, also no Green Lantern. But Zack didn't really have a Green Lantern either. Anyway, Zack Snyder eventually anyway, the hashtag release the Snyder Cut becomes viral on YouTube and Bammo. Zack Snyder releases his vision of what the movie was. And a lot of comic book fans, again, myself included, enjoyed that one a lot more. So, did history repeat itself? I'd say yes. What do you guys think? Comment below if you'd say history repeated itself there. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you want to. And if you do, turn on those post notifications so you never miss a video. I'll see you next time. Bye.